Welcome to Modern Musings, conversations with the maiden, mother, and crone, looking at ourselves and the world through the lens of the 21st century. Hello and welcome back. I'm your hostess, Christen Hessler, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Amber Jones and Cindy Murray.
Hello.
Welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome.
Welcome.
Right?
Yeah.
So this week we're talking about why I hate musicals. And it's funny. We decided to call this one Christen Hates Musicals.
Because she always says she hates musicals. Yeah. She does.
I always say that I hate musicals. But starting out as a child, my favorite movie growing up was The Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's a musical in a sort of way.
Yes, it is.
But,
yeah, it's a musical.
Yeah. But there's like a scale for me in my mind about what is a musical. Like, and to me, The Wizard of Oz is a movie with singing and dance numbers in between.
That's what makes a musical.
I know. But then there are musicals where they're literally like telling the story within the songs.
That's
like
opera.
Yeah.
Well, not just opera. No, I mean,
technically it is. That's the difference between musical theater and opera.
I know. But that's what I'm saying is it's on a scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was growing up, I always thought of the musicals. I thought of the ones that were a little bit more song and dance in the story, where maybe like some of the key parts of the story were actually developed or expressed
mm-hmm.
during one of the musical numbers. So you would miss out on part of the story if you were ignoring the song and dance, right?
Who ignores the song and dance?
Someone who doesn't like song and dance.
So somebody who hates musicals.
Exactly. So in those, you would miss out on part of the story, right?
Right.
So, and I don't know. So I used to start off saying like, I hate musicals. Maybe I just had like a taste for one or two and I didn't like them.
I understand what you're saying.
Right. I haven't even got to say what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I started off saying that I hate them, but as I started to say like, but I appreciate this one or that one, I found out that I do like some musicals. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm just really picky.
Well, and I think you got, to give a little backstory here, Christen got exposed to musicals at a very, very young age.
Yeah.
My roommate, when she was a baby, I had a roommate who was her aunt, and her cousin lived there. Her cousin was a singer and a dancer, and about 9 years older than Christen, 9 or 11, something like that. And she was a dancer and she sang and she was in musicals, and a lot of the movies that we watched were musicals. And her aunt and I had a daycare center. She ran it out of her home, and we lived there with her, and I helped her with her daycare center. And when we sat the kids down to watch movies, they were usually musicals.
Yeah.
So, because that's the things that her daughter watched growing up. And she took an early dislike to the movie Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really? That was
I know. I love that one.
Well, no, Sound of Music was probably my first favorite.
Right.
But Annie, my grandma and I used to go to the video store and rent Annie, and we'd watch it in the summer.
We had a VHS version of it, and we watched it with the kids. The kids loved it. Christen apparently hated it. So
yeah, I don't know what it was I didn't like about.
I don't know.
You know what? I didn't like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as a kid either.
Oh, I love that one.
See, I loved
Willy
that one too.
Wonka and the Wizard of Oz were two of my favorites.
There's a lot of rotten people in musicals.
Well, yeah, there are.
I mean, every movie has rotten people in it, but I didn't like those rotten people in movies so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do see the difference. Like, that you were talking about, because like Annie, Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka, there's a lot of normal talking and plot development that doesn't revolve around
the
singing.
song. You could have the story
you
without
can have
the singing.
the entire movie of
But
Annie
say Greatest
without
Showman,
the songs.
which is one of my most favorite movies, it's all singing, just a little bit not singing, so you have to listen to the songs.
Right. And then there's, I mean, I love musicals, so any kind of musical theater, I love all of it, even Wicked, which we've discussed before. That
I have. I am looking forward to the movie, though.
Yeah, I am too. I'm hoping it's closer to the actual book, but
I think it will be.
You know what's interesting though about like, yeah, there's musicals for adults, but if you think about it, like almost all of kids' movies are musicals because there's always some singing.
Disney.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
they all
the
have
greatest
music
creator
in
of
them,
it, yeah.
right? So when you think about like kids' movies, and they all have singing in them, even non-Disney ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
But whenever you get older, like they kind of like take that part out of movies. But Bollywood, it's in every movie.
And you like Bollywood,
and I love it. I love it. Yeah.
I like. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I'm a snob, I guess, because I only
You
like.
I like
certain
them
like what you like.
but see, I liked musical theater. So The King and I, Hamilton, Annie Get Your Gun, Guys and Dolls.
And that's my favorite. Like, going and seeing the live musical.
Right.
Theater.
I love those. Gypsy.
I do like that movie.
These are all ones that I saw performed on stage. A lot of them because of her cousin, who was, so we would go see those, and I loved them. And The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh my gosh, that was the very first musical theater I had ever seen. I was in middle school, and Phantom of the Opera made me fall in love with musical theater.
I like it. I don't know. The songs are memorable usually. I mean, if it's a good musical, the songs are memorable enough that I will sing them even away from, just in passing or whatever. A chorus line.
Well, I was going to say, because you were talking about Christen, like, growing up and watching musicals all the time, and I was, like, sitting here thinking, well, I didn't really do that. But then I did, because my parents watched kind of the more obscure musicals, like Tommy and Hair.
Yes.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is my absolute favorite. Well, Rocky Horror Show, but yeah, it's one of my absolute favorites. And so my parents watched the more obscure ones that you don't really think about when you think of musical. And then like my grandma, we would always watch Sound of Music.
I love the Sound of Music, yeah.
Oklahoma, all the Rodgers and Hammerstein together, and then Annie and Willy Wonka, stuff like that. So I guess, I guess that makes sense because my dad was a musician, so I grew up in a musical family, and I was sitting here thinking, well, the first time I was ever exposed to musical theater was when I was in middle school.
Okay.
When we saw Phantom of the Opera in French Club.
Okay. I mean, I remember watching The Wizard of Oz for the first time, and I was probably like 4 years old. I remember my mom sitting me down and saying, "You need to watch this. This is my favorite movie of all time."
It's still like a really great movie.
Oh, it's an awesome movie. I remember watching just so many things, and my mother loved old movies, and a lot of the old movies were musical. Like a lot of the Christmas movies, particularly Bing Crosby, White Christmas and things like that, or what was
Yeah.
that?
I remember we watched that a couple years ago
Yep.
for Christmas.
There's a ton of those, and I grew up watching that stuff. So for me, it's just a part of. I just love watching them. I don't know how to explain it.
Entertaining.
Well, they are. They're entertaining, but they're just I guess I don't even think about the
Singing
part. It's just part of it, watching them dance, and how could you have singing in the rain without singing?
So, Kristen, what particular musical do you hate?
I don't know. Just
She doesn't really hate them. Well, she used to say that she hated Annie, but I think she doesn't hate Annie as much as she says she did.
Don't go, oh my God, I want to watch Annie. Like, I could be fine with not watching it ever again.
Right.
I think I've seen it like 1,000 times.
Well, probably
It's
so.
just one of those.
But you've seen The Wizard of Oz 1,000 times too.
Yeah.
Oh, I could watch that all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
You could just play that on the background. You know what it is? Sometimes the music isn't like
It's not musical.
traditional, like
The musicality is
format
not
of a song. It's a little all over the place, and
you don't have that A B
and sometimes
A
they're
B.
talking.
You don't have a verse
They're
and a chorus.
talking melodically, I guess.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't like that. Like it's
Sing-songy.
It's hard to understand what they're saying. Well, I mean, now there's closed captioning. Maybe that's why I appreciate it a little bit more, because I'm not like, I don't even know what they're saying. If they would just stop dancing and get to the point,
I guess
but-
that is so true. Like, you can't really watch anything anymore without closed captioning.
No, I do. I watch everything with closed captioning.
Oh, I do
and
too, because
I
I'm
have
deaf,
closed
so.
captioning on my computer, so all of the
What?
yes, if a video is playing, it's got closed
Oh, yeah.
captioning on it. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's just from wearing headphones for too long. I wish you guys had closed captioning too. I don't know.
know.
but-
Well,
I used
mean,
to say that to my husband.
something in the future when we have AI chips in our head, and then closed
It just
captioning will just like
stream
pop
over
out
my
and
through our
eyeballs.
eyeballs, yeah.
right? But for me, I don't know. I can't tell you any particular musical that I don't like. I've just heard it running in the background. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just heard it all the time as a kid, and I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
give me scary movies. But then I had two extremes. Like, I went to my grandmother's house and we watched really thrilling, scary sci-fi movies. And
I
then
could kill her for
at
that
my
still.
aunt's house, it was like, yay, happy! I'm singing in the rain. Like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's it right there. Like,
It's
yeah.
a horror
Well,
musical, like
maybe-
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I hate that one.
Maybe it's that toxic.
Have you ever seen?
and I've never seen it before. I don't like it. It's weird. It sounds where I've like heard it, but I have
Rocky
never
Horror?
sat down
You've
and
never
watched the
watched
whole
the Rocky
thing. No,
Horror
it's
Picture Show?
weird looking.
Well, you need to
Well,
see
that
it
is weird
live.
looking.
Like you
Yeah,
need to
live
see
is
it.
fun.
Maybe because
like
I
the
can
Rocky
appreciate
Horror
the
Show.
live.
I
Because there's
appreciated
so
it
much-
more when I
there's so
saw
much
it,
more
like,
going on
as
with the
musical
audience
theater.
Right.
and all
Yeah.
that.
Well, and
that-
like I saw Guys and Dolls
Mhm.
from my brother's high school, and their orchestra wasn't that great, but it
well,
was,
they're high school kids.
Yeah, I
you
know.
Yeah.
But I appreciated it, and
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed the story, even though I couldn't hear what they were saying because they didn't have very good microphones.
And they didn't have closed captioning.
Right,
Yeah.
and they were kids, and it was
Yeah.
like, what did they say? What But and I didn't know the story ahead of time, so I was a little lost. But I enjoyed it, and the dancing is fun and stuff like that. But I mean, maybe there's some I could tell you that I really do like Repo the Genetic Opera.
I
And
was
see, to
about
me,
to say
that one is weird too, and like usually people who like Rocky Horror like that one too, and maybe I would like Rocky Horror if I actually like
Well,
sat
we
down
might-
and watched it.
Yeah,
I just
like,
need
We just
to
need
do
to find
it.
out when Buffy is performing it, if she's doing it again this year, and because they do it every year.
No, I think I'd want to see like the movie.
well, yeah, like, she
That's
needs to see the movie,
famous.
then she needs to go
Oh,
to
yeah.
like a
Right, because I
okay.
wouldn't know
Shadow
what to do,
cast.
and everyone would be like standing up, like going to Catholic church, and you wouldn't know what to do the whole time, and you'd feel embarrassed. So
Did
I
you know
wouldn't
that
want to
my
go.
husband used to be in the
Oh,
Shadow
that's cool.
cast Rocky Horror Picture Los Bastardos?
That's cool.
That's like the big shadow cast that Los
I don't even know what
Bastardos
that
is the
means, but
big
good for him.
shadow cast that goes around in the Dallas area and performs Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
There used to be a Repo the Genetic Opera one too, but I
that's
haven't
cool.
seen that in a while.
One that I hated also as a kid that was always at my aunt's house was, but I love now, is and because I'm an adult now and I actually understood what the story was about, was the plant. What's that one with the plant?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I love that one too.
Because I watched it as an adult and I was like, wow, this is actually really funny. You know? Yeah, that's my favorite one actually.
Steve Martin.
I love
So
Steve Martin.
I enjoyed that one as an adult. Maybe that's also one of the things, like seeing them as a kid
He's in another musical too,
and you
isn't
don't understand the story.
He actually sings very well.
Yeah.
And he plays musical instruments. I can't remember what. But...
he? He also is a writer.
Oh, really?
He's a published author.
I love
Him
him.
and Tom Hanks. Off topic.
But as a kid, watching musicals that are made for adults,
It's weird.
like
Well, right.
Little Shop of Horrors and Rocky Horror Picture Show, like
Well, I wouldn't take my kids to
no,
Rocky Horror
but
Picture Show.
I mean,
Well, I didn't watch that until high school.
Yeah.
right, you're a kid. If you're under 18, you're a kid.
We
To me,
played it in
yeah.
band. We played the Time Warp.
One of the ones that I saw when I was in high school, and I wish I had seen the whole thing because I love it. I need to go back and watch it again because I saw like maybe parts of it. I think I started watching it maybe like 30 minutes in. Was A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. That one was really good. And Pajama Game, I don't know. That one's like from the 60s, I think.
Yeah, there was a
or
pajama party, or no, what was it? Why did it get
Yeah,
off?
Pajama Game,
I've never heard it.
1957.
Okay. I don't know that one.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, Pajama Game was a musical. I don't remember what it was about, but I don't know. Some people fell in love, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Does it have Elvis in it? No.
No.
No, there were a lot of Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of Elvis.
Elvis movies.
Oh yeah, I guess those are musicals, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think
some
I've ever
extent.
actually
Or like
seen an
the
Elvis
Prince
movie.
one, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
That's a musical too. Okay,
Yeah, that's considered a musical. And the Freddie Mercury one that just came out. And the Elton
yeah.
John one, Rocky
Okay.
Man.
yeah.
The Rose.
Okay, so
with Bette
funny
Midler.
thing.
Yeah.
Funny thing is that, because my husband also really likes music, we have a huge DVD collection of movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
Movies about musicians, but with the music in it. Like, what's the Motley Crue one? I loved that movie. It's kind of like
those
the
are
Queen
kind
movie.
of considered musicals, yeah.
Yeah,
sort of, yeah.
yeah. So I do like those.
It's a
I enjoy the music.
subgenre
in it.
of
Yeah, yeah.
Biopic, musical biopic. It like they're in the genre of musical, whether they sing their words or not.
There's one that I like also. I just found this one. I bought the DVD because I saw it as a preview on like a movie that I'd rented from Netflix, and so I bought it because it looked good, and it was called A Prairie Home Companion.
Yes.
Meryl
Yes.
Streep.
Yes, which love Meryl Streep, and so that one is a musical also, I guess, because there's a lot of different musical numbers because they're like a variety show or something like that.
Yep.
For the radio. I don't know. I don't think I could tell you any other ones that I don't like.
I remember one of the first ones that you watched with me after you said
The first
that
one, I remember
that you
the first
don't-
one that I decided I liked.
you liked
Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, I love
yes.
that one.
Because I loved the story on that one.
I own that one. I love that one.
Yeah. Into the Woods.
I have
That
not
one,
seen that one.
the first time I watched it, I got like 5 or 10 minutes in and I was like, I can't. Because the music at the very beginning was that one is literally like the whole movie is singing. I don't think there's any spoken word in it. I don't think. Well, it's all singing.
That would be classified as opera. It was
very challenging for me to watch that. And I think maybe that's what it is, because I can't understand what people are saying when they sing. Mm-hmm. Maybe because it's not like traditional, so I can't guess enough, to make sense of it. So I think it's my auditory processing, that
could be, yeah.
Because I have a disorder where it like doesn't process things fast enough, and so they're already off into like, and I'm still trying to like,
what did you just say?
Yeah,
yeah. So it makes it challenging because it's like the whole movie is singing, so then you miss out on a lot of the story. Mm-hmm. I do have a deep appreciation for opera though, but it's in a whole nother language, so I don't even know what they're saying. So I'm just
with
appreciating the musicality.
Opera, you have to understand this. You understand the story. Mm-hmm. You don't have to speak the language that it's written in, because it's usually written in Italian or something like that.
There's German, Italian, Spanish,
so
right?
Nobody expects you to understand the language in order to appreciate the opera. You just have to have an understanding of the story, and what you're getting is the emotion of how the singers perform and evoke those emotions with that voice without you even understanding a word that they said. Does that make sense? The musicality of it is beautiful. Mm-hmm. And that's where it's at. If you know what they're singing about and you're just listening to the melody and the way that it builds and things like that, and that's where the power of opera is.
Right. And musicals also,
but with musicals you add in that factor of understanding the language. So
yeah,
it's a little bit different. And they're spoken in musical theater. There is spoken word.
Yeah.
So,
which is not an opera.
Correct.
So what are some other musicals that you would recommend for me then?
Have you seen The Greatest Showman?
Yes, I did love that one.
Yeah,
actually, like
that a million
the
times
Bearded Lady song. I don't remember what that song is. But
This Is Me.
Yes, I love that song. That's probably like every time I hear that song, I get chills.
Have you seen? Because I know you have Disney Plus. Have you seen Hamilton?
No, not yet. I've been saving that one.
Yeah, that one.
Because I want to I
watched that one when
sit down and like have a watch
when they
party
showed
with
it
myself.
Well, actually, teach it.
No husband or child disrupting me, because Hamilton, like I had to write a really lengthy paper on him in government, and
I love all the songs
because
the first half.
I had to pick like a person of influence in my government class to write about, and I chose Hamilton, and my professor was like, Hamilton, why Hamilton? And I was like, dude, like our currency system, like, why not?
Right.
And he was so young and so,
he was
way advanced in his knowledge and
very
all of that.
Yes, it's a shame he was such an idiot.
And he had a very interesting
the
life.
way he died. Yeah, he was an idiot.
Yeah, and so I was like, yeah, Hamilton, and he was like, okay, it's your funeral, basically. And then that year, that musical came out, and I was like, what? I mean, it was already like a thing, but it became like highly circulated.
Well,
I
pulled up on IMDb. Love IMDb. The top 100 greatest musicals. Any guesses what the number one is?
The
Sound
greatest
of Music.
musical of all time?
Hamilton?
Wicked?
No. The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Number 2 is Mary Poppins.
Oh, God, I love Mary Poppins.
Is wonderful.
Okay.
I think you've seen Mary Poppins, right?
Are you asking me if I've seen Mary Poppins?
Yes. Have you seen Mary Poppins?
At Dee Dee's house?
Oh, yes.
Like,
okay, 1,000 times. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, that was a dumb question. Yeah, that was actually the first musical that I performed in. That was the first one that I ever performed in like second grade or something like that.
Go fly a kite. I know all the songs.
Okay, I gotta look at this.
Okay,
list
number 3, Singing in the Rain, which we mentioned,
which I haven't seen.
Singing in the Rain.
Number 4, this is a good. Oh, I'm looking down the list ahead of myself. Number 4 is All That Jazz.
All That Jazz.
Yes.
I have like all of these soundtracks on my, because I'm a theater teacher.
Number 5 is Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay.
Number 6, something you may have seen already, The West Side Story.
Yes, pieces of it.
Yes.
They just came out with a remake of it.
I just saw that one performed on a cruise ship. Trying to think when I saw that.
Oh,
were you with me on that one?
Yes, it was like Cuba or something.
No, that's a different one.
Oh.
No. But I did see
The
West Side
story was
Story.
the same, though. It was like the same story, but...
Yes, it was. Very, very similar. Number 7 is Gypsy, which I love Gypsy.
Yes, I do love that movie.
Not seen Gypsy.
Oh.
That's one on
Bette
this list
Midler,
that I have
you've
not.
never seen that? That's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a really
Bette
good movie.
Midler's in it?
Yeah, she's her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mama Rose. Number 8 is The Sound of Music.
I can't believe
Another
it's number
fabulous
8. It should be higher.
Willy Wonka is 9. I don't know why it's rated that way.
Probably votes.
Gross sales or something.
Votes
it's
or sales.
Internet Movie Database.
Number
Yeah,
10.
votes.
Number 10 is Annie. 11 is Cabaret. That one's a fabulous one also.
Oh, Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Chicago's a
That's
great
a
one
good one.
also. I'm just going to read through these really fast. Bye Bye Birdie, The Music Man, The King and I, which is my favorite by far. By far.
Have you seen The King and I?
Like parts of it. I never like.
She's never seen.
You
the
know,
whole
I
thing.
run
It's
out of the
beautiful.
room. I'm like, ugh, musical, and I would leave.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yul Brynner.
What's the one with Cher? And she had like a club and
Burlesque.
Burlesque,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good one.
Okay, My Fair Lady, Oliver, The Wiz, which is a spin-off of The Wizard of Oz, Little Shop of Horrors, The Fantastics. I do not know that one. That came out in 2000. Pirates of Penzance.
I have not seen.
that one either. And Meet Me in St. Louis, which is actually on our
Judy
Christmas.
Garland. Yeah,
That's on our Christmas wish list. A Star is Born.
Another Judy Garland.
And
wait, I thought A Star Was Born was Lady Gaga.
Oh, it has been remade so many times.
That's a remake. Yep.
The Lady Gaga one is actually the third remake.
Yes,
because there was a
there's
70s one too
with Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
Huh.
Chicago, The Producers.
Oh, and see, and I didn't even get to that one because that one, the satire in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
such
that
a
one
great.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Cast in that one.
Yes.
How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Have not seen that one.
Haven't seen that one.
Here's the next one is a fabulous one. Victor Victoria.
Yeah, Julie Andrews. Yeah.
Yes. She plays a female pretending to be a man who is pretending to be a female impersonator. Who is a female impersonator.
Yeah.
So because
that's kind of like a Shakespearean-esque.
Yes. I think we
retake.
talked about that when we talked about.
we have. Yeah.
Yes. A Little Night Music.
Haven't heard of that one.
Funny Girl. More Barbara Streisand.
Mm-hmm.
Damn Yankees.
Have not seen that one.
Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls.
Annie, Get Your Gun.
That's a good one.
Hello, Dolly.
Another good one.
Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Have not seen that
Haven't
one.
either. Here's another Judy Garland one, The Harvey Girls.
I haven't seen that one.
Porgy and Bess.
I have not seen that one, but I've heard of that. What is that about?
A woman whose past is scorned by nearly everyone around her meets a man who'd love her regardlessly if only everyone else would allow them to. Anything goes. Babes in Toyland.
Mm-hmm.
Brigadoon. Paint Your Wagon.
That's a musical?
Yep.
Gosh, it has Clint Eastwood in it.
And Lee Marvin. Sweet Charity. I love that one too because it has Shirley MacLaine and Ricardo Montalban. And she's like a dancer in a I don't know what. She like gets paid to dance, you know. And she meets this kind of rich guy. So that's where the If They Could See Me Now. Yes. Love that one. Love. Mame.
Lucille Ball.
Camelot.
Seen that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
A Chorus Line. Love that one too.
Gotta get it. Ooh, I gotta get it.
The movie Fame.
Oh, yeah, the 1980 Fame, not the remake.
No. Dreamgirls.
Okay, yep.
Finian's Rainbow. 42nd Street, which is about Broadway. Gigi.
Oh, Gigi's good.
Hairspray.
Yes.
Oh, wait, whoa. The 2007 Hairspray, not the 1980s one.
You're correct.
Oh,
John
see, I like
Travolta. I can't say
is
his
Saturday
name.
Night Fever considered a musical?
Yeah, that
because
one's
it's
considered a
dancing
musical,
and
yeah.
music, yeah.
Kiss Me Kate.
Because Saturday Night
Lil
Fever is a pretty
Abner.
awesome movie.
Hair, which
Long,
She already-
beautiful hair.
Cinderella 1997.
That was a musical?
Don't know that one.
It was a TV movie.
Brandy.
I guess it
Had
was a
Brandy
musical
in
with
it.
Brandy
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
I guess that'd be a
She
musical.
Sings, yeah.
9.
Now, I don't agree. I did not like 9. I don't know why it's on this list.
I don't know that one.
I thought that was like a dystopian movie.
No, there is one called 9, but that one's the number 9. This one's Nine.
Ah.
Interesting.
I think they came out around the same time.
Grease.
No.
I love
Oh,
Grease.
I do not like that
Lightning.
movie. I don't know why.
That's
I like both. Grease 2 is my favorite of the two. Don't ask me why. I just love the songs in that one.
The Mikado.
I'm getting really disappointed that y'all haven't said Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Because that's
and I've
an
never
amazing
seen
movie.
that one.
I love that
I've
one.
never seen that one.
That's not really a.
They
I mean,
Yes.
kind of.
they dance and sing.
Peter Pan.
I hadn't seen that one since I was a kid.
The Phantom of the Opera.
The
The
2004 Phantom
That was
of
the
the
one
Opera.
we went to the movies.
Oh,
Did you
with
go to the movies?
Gerard
No.
Butler.
That was just me and Stephanie, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen it. I like that one.
Pippin, His Life and Times. I am not familiar with that one either. Beauty and the Beast.
Not
The 91.
the animation
Anime.
one. And then Aladdin
Mhm.
animation.
The Lion King.
Animation.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Also.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Bette Midler version of Gypsy. The other one was the original, I believe.
Oh, that's crazy that both gypsies made it. And then the 1990s version of Annie.
Yeah. The Music Man from 2003. Girl Crazy, another Judy Garland. South Pacific. Love
Gonna
that
wash
one.
that man out of my hair.
Rent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No one said Cats.
Hang on, we haven't got there. We're just
You're
still
reading
going.
like the top most
I know.
noted.
Yeah, we're
Like,
on. We're
is
about
it
to be on number
Cats?
70.
Like-
Okay. Across the
That's
Universe.
insane.
Oh,
I
that
love
is
movie.
another one of my favorites. Across the Universe.
Nightmare Before Christmas. See, you like more of these than you thought you did.
Oh, and then the remake of Fame.
There's the remake of Fame. The Moulin Rouge.
Oh, that's one of my
That's a good
favorites
movie.
too.
On the Town. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
There's a
Remake
of South Pacific with Glenn Close. I've never seen that one.
Didn't know that exists.
Tommy. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Jesus Christ Superstar, one of my favorites.
Jesus Christ.
We actually played the music from that one in
Oh, and
high
then
school.
Godspells right after that.
Right? 1776. Showboat. Evita.
That's a good movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
with Madonna.
Madonna and
Madonna.
Antonio
Yeah.
Banderas.
Yes. A funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Mm-hmm.
Bells are ringing. That's Judy Holliday, Dean Martin. I don't know that one. The Happiest Millionaire. Elvis Presley, Jailhouse Rock. The Bandwagon. Easter Parade. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. So there's your Marilyn Monroe right there.
I think I've seen that one or parts of it.
Silk Stockings. Mamma Mia.
Oh, 2008
Okay.
Mamma Mia. That one's pretty good. Have you seen that
I
one?
thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yentl. Have you seen Yentl? That's a
Sounds
Barbara
familiar.
Streisand.
Have not seen
That one's a good story because she's Jewish and she
I was about to
disguises
say
herself
that
as a
sounds
boy.
like what's that? That you speak.
Yiddish.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yes, she's a Jewish girl. She disguises herself as a boy so she can go into religious training because they didn't let girls go. La Vie en Rose. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. That's like 95. The 95 version of Bye Bye Birdie.
Didn't know that
I
existed.
didn't either. Carousel.
Is Dirty
Oh, I love
Dancing
Sarah.
considered a musical?
I don't think so because
It's
they don't
just
sing.
dancing.
It's
Really
just
sing,
dancing.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't sing in Saturday Night Live either.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't showed up
Maybe
on the
that's
list.
why.
Mac the Knife. White Christmas, which I'm surprised that one's so far down the list too. And Night and Day. So what was it you said that you named that didn't show up?
Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar.
No, there
I
was
don't
something else that you
really-
named. And you were like, Cats.
Oh, yeah,
Cats.
Cats. That's like,
Okay, so this is
Isn't
for
that a musical?
movies. Yeah, Cats is a musical, but the movie was horrible.
That's what I heard.
I
too.
heard their
Yeah.
faces were weird and stuff.
So they just now made Cats into a movie, and the movie was horrible. I can't speak to the live action musical. But yeah, Cats was a Broadway sensation.
Yes. Now I did not look up Broadway. I just said musicals.
Yeah, movie musicals.
All right,
So-
well, you each get one recommendation out of all of those. You
We
get
each get one
to-
recommendation.
yeah, for me to watch. And
My
I'm gonna watch 'em.
favorite is The King and
The
I.
King and I.
Ob-
Yeah.
Obviously, I love Yul Brynner. The songs are catchy and beautiful, and the costumery is fabulous. Costumery. Because I love anything Asian, and because it is based on a true story. So it's a I don't know how closely it's related to the story. It was just inspired by a true story.
I'm gonna recommend you do the Rocky Horror Experience.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
a good one.
That is the movie, the stage play, and then the shadow casting experience.
What do you mean by shadow casting?
Okay, so basically it is they show the movie and there is a
Oh,
cast
there's like
that
a-
performs it in front of an
Got
audience.
it. Okay.
Interesting.
So like,
Oh, you've
their
never been to one either?
shadows
I
are
haven't been to one,
casting
no.
on the screen.
I've only
Yeah.
been to a live performance
And that's
then
what I
the
meant.
movie.
I was
That's what I
thinking of
meant.
like a sheet.
Jason
and, like,
was part of the shadow. He was part of the shadow cast. He didn't, like sing or anything like that. He was part of the shadow cast.
So the extras. Or
Well,
whatever.
no, it's a troupe.
They're
It's
silent.
an acting troupe that performs. He doesn't do it anymore, but it's an acting troupe called Los Bastardos that performs in the Dallas area.
Okay.
They do a lot of shows in Fort Worth, but they do shows everywhere. And like they pretty much perform.
So they're showing the movie. So you have the movie in the background.
And they perform it
And
in
they're
front.
Are they making
So there's an
sounds or are
actor-
they silent?
They're silent.
So they're like mimes.
Yeah, they're miming it. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
shadow, like you said, cast.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
I've
so
never heard of
they perform it. They dress in all the costumes. They
So somebody plays Frankenfurter
dressed up
but
as
without,
Frankenfurter.
without singing or what?
No,
whatever,
he's
but
like
just dancing and-
his mouth is
He's
moving.
lip syncing.
Lip syncing, yeah.
Right.
His mouth is
Okay.
moving.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what a shadow cast is.
I guess I've never heard of that before. So,
But I
yeah,
guess if
that's
you go
interesting.
see like the live play version, Hallie and I went years ago to the performance at UNT, their theater department. And it was pretty much like it had like all of the audience participation. And you got like an audience participation goodie bag. And then we went later and saw Los Bastardos at the Inwood Theater.
Okay.
And it was just like a huge ordeal. Like there were so many people there to participate, and they were all dressed up and everything like that.
Fun.
Cool.
It's like
It's an experience.
that's an experience. Like people dress up, cosplay to go to these shadow casting events. So the
Because
audience,
even the audience is a part of.
the audience is a part of it, and they're performing it also and singing all of the songs. So if you want to, I wouldn't do that first. Like you would need to watch the movie first, because you're not going to actually get to hear the actual movie.
right.
And you
go
need
a
to
shadow
watch
cast.
it with someone who knows the things that they do in the show to participate before you go. So so like when they say toast, then they start throwing pieces of toast.
Then they'll usually give you like a sheet of paper at the show, like when to, for newbies, like when to throw what, where, when.
You could go online and look it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you could do that too. Yeah. But the is it Tim Curry?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Well, that's the
that's-
reason I love that movie so much, is because Tim Curry is my all-time favorite actor.
right.
I love all of his movies.
We had do you remember the guy who played piano at Mark's wake? That he put on a performance of that in Lubbock, and he played Frankenfurter. And Bob played, what is his, I can't remember the name of the character. The dumb guy. The boyfriend.
The blonde guy?
Brad.
Brad.
Bob?
No, not Brad. Brad and Janet and Frankenfurter's.
Oh, Rocky.
Oh,
Yes.
Rocky.
Yes.
Frankenfurter's like evil
was-
minion.
Yeah.
Dumb.
No,
He was like,
Frankenfurter is the Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
So the blonde guy would be the monster.
Yes.
He made a man.
he made a
Yeah,
man.
he was like,
Yes.
So yeah, Rocky Horror
But
Picture
he's
Show
dumb.
yeah.
is kind of
But he's
like
like-
a
He's a
Frankenstein-y.
Yeah, he was like his minion
Well,
ish, but not really.
you know,
Yeah.
you need to watch it.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it to understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. It's worth it.
And funny story is that guy that plays him was the only one that didn't sing in the movie. There was like a song where he sang in, but it was like a voiceover because he couldn't sing.
Oh,
And
the
he
actor
quit
didn't sing.
acting after the movie.
Probably traumatized.
I think that was the only movie he was ever in.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Tim Curry, Susan Sarandon.
Yep.
is the
Janet.
main lead,
Yes.
Janet.
Okay. What about TV shows that are not normally musicals that have a musical episode?
I usually
Buffy.
hate
Yes.
those. Grey's
Once more
Anatomy
with
has
feeling.
done that too. But
Yes,
but
I
there
love
was
that.
one really
I've seen
great
that
song.
so
The
many
best
times.
episode.
There was an episode of Grey's Anatomy where they did that, and most of it was crap.
Weren't they under a spell or something?
Yeah, the Buffy one.
Yeah.
Have you seen Buffy?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm under your spell.
I love the Magicians, that episode of Magicians.
Yeah.
Now that's very a trend where they do a musical episode.
Yeah, I hate them. I
Very
do.
trend to
But-
say very trend.
Yeah.
Very trend to say very trend. Oh, that's my absolute 100% favorite episode of Buffy. And then the next one would be the one where they don't speak the whole show.
Okay, that's unusual too.
Well, you need to watch Buffy.
I haven't watched Buffy. No.
Although you could
I
probably
probably won't.
You could probably watch those 2 episodes and not be
Are there
lost
other
or
shows
anything
that do that?
musical?
Yeah, where there's just like one episode.
Oh, there was a Once Upon a Time, I believe.
Yes, I
Oh,
think so.
they
I
did
think
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
They did a musical episode.
So one of my shows that I discovered very recently, it actually I started watching it right before Dad passed away, and it was Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Mm.
And
I remember you
it's
talking
really
about that.
interesting because she has like a headache or something. She goes to get an MRI, and then an earthquake happens, and like the guy's like, "Oh, just chill out here. I'll play some music for you while you're getting your scan." And the earthquake happens, and like the whole catalog of music downloads into her head, which is silly. And then as she's like walking home, people who are going through some emotional situation would start singing and dancing, but only she can see it. And then she discovers that they don't stop unless she helps them fix their issue. So it's kind of like Quantum Leap, like every episode there's a new thing, but at the same time she's going through like her own issues. Her dad has some kind of like medical disorder where he's like lights out, like he's there but he doesn't speak or move or anything. And so her mom's like caring for her dad, and so she can't talk to him anymore, but every once in a while he'll break out in song and dance because he's still there, he just can't communicate. And so that's like her only way that she can connect with her dad. And so, you know, it's going on through the show, and I think I'm still on like season 1, or maybe I just started season 2, I can't remember, but it's really good. And it's lots of singing and dancing, and it happens like several times during an episode. And I discovered that I do really like that. And I like it because they actually take like real pop songs and they fit like whatever the mood is that person is having. And sometimes it's a guy singing, sometimes it's a girl, sometimes it's like a whole like flash mob of people, kind of like happens in Disney movies, you know.
Right, yeah.
And so I really like that. You should check that one out. It's really good.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a musical, but
Yes,
yeah, I need to check it
it's so
out.
good. You would really like it. The dancing and the singing is actually pretty on point too. So
There's a musical TV show that I want to check out, but I want to read the book first, called Daisy Jones and the Six. It's a
is that about a band?
Amazon.
Like,
Yeah, it's about a band. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a kind of Fleetwood Mac,
Mm-hmm.
like a
70s.
Yeah, no, well, it was inspired by Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another that I watched a couple of seasons of. Nashville was kind of a musical TV show.
Oh, I loved that one. I was so mad when it got canceled.
And there was one that I liked also called Smash. I think it was about like Broadway, people trying to be on Broadway. And
well, there was the Fame TV show as well. After the movie was such a big hit, there was a TV show called Fame, and it was about the kids who attend the High School of Performing Arts, and it was, I don't know how many seasons they ran, but it was there was Glee.
Yeah.
I never
watched Glee either. I know a lot of people who love musicals who loved Glee. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I am looking forward to checking out some musicals. Maybe revisit. I mean, I've always been open to it because I did see like the producers, and I was like, okay, some musicals could be good. So, and
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check these out, and I'll report back.
All right.
Sounds good.
So, what are we talking about next week?
So next week we have more music. Actually, do we know what day it is? Sometime next week is Global Beatles Day. So we're going to do an episode about the Beatles. And
very nice.
I don't know what we're going to talk about the Beatles. I love the Beatles, so we'll talk about the Beatles.
Yeah, we'll talk about Beatles.
Everything Beatles.
Those crawly things. I'm just kidding.
No, not those.
I'm
ones
just
that are
kidding.
spelled with an A.
I'm just kidding.
Beatles.
Yeah.
Beatles.
Yeah.
The Beatles. Yeah.
The Beatles.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Yes.
All right. Well, then we'll do it. So, don't forget to check us out on MMC Chat on Facebook and our blog/website for more content on
that is modernmusings.net.
Yep. And, if you have a suggestion, maybe in all the 10,000 musicals that we mentioned, did we miss your favorite musical or one that you just absolutely loathe? I would love to hear about it. So let me know. Should I watch it or should I avoid it? And why?
Cats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
No,
some people don't
watch
like cats. Some people don't like
Some people
either.
said it was really creepy. The cat costumes were really, really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
So let me know. Hit me up and let me know in MMC Chat what your favorite musical is and your least favorite musical. Until then, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.